So hi guys, and welcome back for another video here in Canada. Today I'm in one of my local parks. Again, it's really quiet today. It's quite cold now. It's about -2 today, so not excessively cold, but still pretty chilly. There's been quite a few birds around, so we've got the waxwings again, the starlings, American robins, and I've seen quite a lot of action from the Cooper's hawks, the resident birds here. I saw 3 birds the other day, a juvenile and an adult male and female. I think they were driving the youngster off. So I'm coming back today to see if I can see those guys. And also I saw a red-tailed hawk yesterday on my family walk take a squirrel and then fly off with it. Really, really lovely rufous sort of red tail of the full adult bird. So I'd love to be able to sort of see that today. So I'm just really going to go round. I've got my 100-500 R7 R3 in the back with the 500 prime, hoping to get set up, just take a look around. Really, it's really quiet. There's not a lot of people about. Bit of movement from a few bird species, wind's getting up a little, and we're expecting snow today as well, so it would be nice then to capture a bit of that snow effect, maybe with some wildlife or literally just in the bare forest. See if we can focus on some, you know, some hopefully some cropping, some images there, maybe of some fallen trees and things like that. So just having a look around, really, just exploring my local patch. It's one of those places that it's a bit hit and miss. You can come here and see everything, and you come here and see hardly anything. So it is what it is, but it's very quiet. I've not had to drive. I've just walked from my home up to my local park. Just gonna have a trek around, see what happens. It's quite a large park. And I say park, guys, these are not massive wilderness spaces. These are just a local park to me where I live, and it has a lot to offer here. Within cities as well, these sort of areas, wildlife thrives, and there's coyote in here, there's fox in here, I've had skunk in here because my dog sadly got sprayed a while back, and there's raccoons in here. There's lots going on. It's just get in here, explore and see where the day takes us. But great to have you along with me, guys. Let's hope we have a successful day. So we've got an awful lot of old gnarly trees in here, and there's a lot of fissures and holes and cracks and crevices there that a lot of birds like to rest up in, especially owl species. And I've not actually seen any owls in this woodland, but they've got to be here. You know, you've got to have screech owl, I'm sure, and maybe a few birds that have arrived, maybe take cover in here. It's hard to know, really. I've never actually seen any. But you know, you've got to keep looking. I mean, you've seen my recent video with the screech owl there, how camouflaged these birds are. It just goes to show that you put in your field craft, you put in your work, come out with your kit, trek around. I'll probably spend a lot of time this week here exploring this woodland, getting to know it better, and then hopefully sit, chill out, relax, just watch what happens around you, and you never know what unfolds. It's just one of those things, you could see everything or see nothing. So yeah, I'm going to go on a bit further, just check out all these trees, and then I'm going to head off to a few areas where there's some crab apples, and also where the birds of prey like to lay up and just sit and hunt from the treetops, just observing what's going on around them. As I said, there's lots of starlings here, there's lots of American robins, great food source there for the birds of prey. So yeah, just crack on. So I've just found a nice little sheltered spot out the wind here, and lots of American robin in here, making that little alarm call as they zip over. Beautiful birds. Just got a few pictures of one just feeding in here in the undergrowth and on a berry tree there. This is the area that generally the Cooper's hawk hangs out, but I literally could hang around here all day and not see the bird at all. So it is one of those things, as always, is an element of luck which plays a massive part in being a wildlife photographer and the way I do things. Sit, wait, study approach does take that much longer, but as we all know, when the rewards do come, it's quite pleasing when it all comes together, which it doesn't always. But yeah, going to have a little wander around, see if I can spot it. It's very difficult to spot the birds here at the moment. I'd imagine with this chilly wind they're going to be not too high up, obviously going to be getting quite cold and stuff, so they're probably protecting themselves a little bit lower down somewhere. So I can just see some birds along a tree line here. Can have a wander over and see if we can get some shots. So I've currently got some American robins just feeding away, just chilling out in this little copse of trees here. Quite nice. There's a few berries on the tree, but it's getting really thin on the ground now, and a lot of them have just literally launched and gone, and they sort of hop around stripping trees as they go, but yeah, wonderful to see them. Such lovely birds, remind me of that call of the redwing field fairs when back home, the ones that winter, coming from Scandinavia, etc., to stay in the UK, which I'm missing this year, but still lovely to spend time with these guys. So currently got a lovely flock of starlings just roosting and resting in this tree here. We're just flown. I love a starling, beautiful. Don't think they get enough credit really. Their colours on them are absolutely amazing if you get them in the right light. Beautiful birds, off they go. Lovely just to catch a bit of that. So I'm just watching a lovely grey squirrel here, but it's the black variant, so the melanistic variant of grey squirrel here in Canada. And in Toronto, I think I said before in many of my videos that there are an awful lot of black grey squirrels, and they seem to be the majority of them are black, and actually they're quite attractive squirrels to look at. Got an alarming red squirrel over there at the moment. Ordinarily at home, I'm not a massive fan of the grey squirrel. Introduced species, do a lot of damage, but here in Canada they're native, so you know, got to go with it, and they're actually quite photogenic. So I've just taken a few images there of that lovely grey squirrel there in the black coat, which is quite nice, just chomping away on some sort of nut over there, but that's now since moved on. But yeah, just come down to a nice little sheltered bit here, because this is a really good area for where the red-tailed hawk hangs out. I can't see it anywhere, and so I'm hoping it is around. We've got lots of flocks of starlings, lots of American robins up the way there, and all these sort of food sources are there for the birds. So the birds of prey are here somewhere, I just haven't found them yet, but going to trek on a little bit further, see if I can find them. Well, I'm absolutely over the moon. We've got a Merlin up on a tree, silhouetted to death, but what a fantastic bird. I think it's a Merlin, can't be 100% sure, but what a fantastic bird. Just watching at the back of the screen there, just looks like a big black blob. But this is my favourite little area here for some of the birds of prey, and bingo, we've got a Merlin, or maybe another type of falcon, I don't know. It's bloody freezing now, and it's just started to snow, but what a fantastic bird. Happy days, crap shots, but wow, to see it, amazing. So the Merlin is still there. It's been there for about 15 minutes now, and I've just whacked 1.4 telly on, so I've got 700mm there, getting a bit tighter. The images aren't going to be great, but it's just great to see the bird. It's doing a little bit of sort of head bobbing, bit of moving around as it's doing. It's just gone to toilet, so I think it's going to fly soon. But fantastic. I've never seen a Merlin here. What an incredible bird. Really, really good to see. Anyway, going to get back to it, but that is a massive surprise today. Just goes to show, getting out in it, you know, despite the weather, despite being quiet, you never know what's going to turn up. But yeah, fantastic. So it's great, we've still got the Merlin, still there. A moment ago, red-tailed hawk came in, just flew over the top of the Merlin. Merlin then flew off, did a quick circuit, came back and landed again. I was waiting for a takeoff bit of video and the takeoff shots, but unfortunately missed it. I've done so much video, I had to switch the video off. Then the bird came over so quick, I flushed it, off it went, did a loop, didn't expect it to come back. I thought it might, so I left it go on record, hoping it may return. It didn't. It did a bigger circuit and then came in and landed. So I would have got a lovely landing Merlin, bit of slow-mo video. Bit of a shame, but you know, that's the way it goes. Well guys, that was superb. Time with the Merlin, unbelievable. Never expected to see one of those today. I had a high temp warning come up on my Canon R3 shooting 4K slow-mo. Had to turn the camera off and it flew again. Ah, nightmare, missed it. Bit of flight video would have been lovely, but still, just the way it goes. Lovely to see it, really, really was. It's flown to a new section of the park, so I'm just going to make my way slowly around there just to see maybe if I could see it again, and then I'll go and try and see if I can track down the Cooper's hawk, all being well. Some amazing waxwings, nice and close in here. Beautiful birds, lovely to see that red waxy tip there, absolutely amazing. Well guys, it's absolutely incredible. I've just been watching a Merlin literally hunting a load of starlings. It's been flying around probably about 40 foot from me, whizzing around, chasing the starlings into the flocks, into the trees, back of the trees, up in the air. So it's been chasing the American robins as well. Absolutely incredible. No chance of catching the Merlin in flight. Obviously it's so fast. I did get a couple shots, maybe I might have pulled a couple off, but I got an absolutely awesome bit of video in slow motion. I just managed to get the Merlin landing in one of the trees momentarily, stayed there for probably about sort of 5-6 seconds and then took off again. But my god, absolutely fantastic. What an amazing bird. I mean, the thrushes, the birds here, it knows the food sources here. You've got the starlings, you've got the American robins, and you've got a few waxwings as well here, which has been great. You've just seen them turn up as well. So, oh, absolutely awesome. I mean, it is so fast. It's incredible. I've never seen a hunting Merlin that close to me before, and it was just going right round me, and I was just like, wow, absolutely magical, man. That is superb. I mean, my heart was racing like mad. No great shots, guys, but I just was going to switch the camera off video, go to stills and see if I could get a couple shots, but yeah, totally missed it because it just went. But still, I'm going to hang on here for another probably hour. I'm flipping freezing, my face is like ice, and I'm shaking with cold with my hands at the moment, but yeah, well worth it, man, well worth it. Well guys, it looks like that Merlin is here to stay and here to hunt. It's been doing like loops and laps of the whole park. It's been just constantly going out, coming in, dive bombing them, missing out, going away, sitting on a post. It's now just been frequenting this old dead tree right in the middle there. And it's been going out, doing a little bit of a bombing run, and then coming back, perching up, getting its energy back, and then off it goes again. And it's obviously getting to the latter part of the day now, so they really need to sort of feed up before they go to roost. But fantastic to see. I mean, it's probably one of the best displays of predatory bird hunting I've ever seen. It's just so quick. It is unbelievable. These birds are like lightning. Incredible. To get a shot of and any sort of video of them in flight is nigh on impossible. It really is, unless you see them coming from quite a way off and you can retain that focus, but the focus is just not fast enough to track the bird. I've managed to track it a little bit with the camera, did take a few pictures, not sure what they're going to be like, but it is very difficult. A lot of cluttered background. It's a brown bird against a brown background, very difficult to pick it out. But I'm just over the moon to see it, really, and you know, to bring you guys along with me. Really, I never expected to come to this park today and to be watching a hunting Merlin. I really didn't, and it's fantastic. You know, it just goes to show, and I always say it, where there's a food source, there will be birds of prey. I've seen red-tailed hawks, I've seen Cooper's hawks, I've seen the Merlin. You know, it's been awesome. It really has. over the moon, really over the moon. Last push now, probably for the last couple of hours. It's just starting to snow a tiny bit, and just see if we can see that Merlin again. But yeah, what I'm not doing here, guys, as well, I'm not chasing it all over the park. I'm watching from a distance, seeing where it sort of lands and goes to posts and perches and things like that. And then obviously when it takes off again, I can make my way over there, set myself up, and hoping that the Merlin will then come back. But there's no guarantees. But yeah, fantastic. Well guys, it's still pretty full speed here at the moment. The Merlin's still actively hunting massively, just gunning it through constantly, going around on circuits, coming back. Sadly, I haven't really got any more decent sort of images of it. Just literally gunned it right through, off the top of the fir trees there and over the other side. I was hoping it's going to come back and land on the dead tree there, but it's not. So just gonna have to wait for another sort of 5-10 minutes. Might move back a little bit into the hedge line, conceal myself a little bit more, but it seems to be quite relaxed around people, but not overly close. We just have to wait and see, but I really hope it comes back and perches on there, but there is no guarantees here, guys. But it's been awesome, absolutely fantastic, just amazing bird to watch, and I haven't watched one hunt for a long time. And I think this is a different race of Merlin here. They get 3 different races of Merlin in North America, and I'll be able to ID that when I get home on the computer, all being well. But yeah, it's late afternoon now, so I've probably only got about another hour and a half of light left, but I think it's worth just staying till the end, just in case it does decide to come back in for a bit of a perch, and I may be able to get that final couple shots in the bag. But yeah, amazing, absolutely superb. So guys, that completes the vlog today. Light's pretty much failing now. I've had a awesome day. It's you know, I never expected to see a Merlin today, and I'd seen the Merlin hunting all around me for most of the afternoon. Absolutely fantastic. Got a little bit of video, got a few okay shots, you know, nothing amazing. The red-tailed hawks or the Cooper's hawk. I've had northern cardinals, I've had wrens, I've had the starlings, we've had American blackbird, waxwing. Oh, it's been phenomenal, it really has. I'm just so pleased. You know, it just goes to show, if you spend a lot more time in one place, you know, I walk through here, and I've said it many times before, I've walked through my local parks in a, you know, dog walk in the morning for 45 minutes, but I've been here for about 4.5–5 hours, and I've seen so much more. You know, I've just covered a lot of ground, sat there, a bit of fieldcraft, watching what the Merlin was doing when it was perching, its hunting strategy, what the birds were doing when they were getting flushed. It was absolutely fantastic, you know, and I've picked up loads more tips on the Merlin. And it's great to see a bit of interaction with the Cooper's hawk and the Merlin. Obviously the Merlin not being the resident bird, the Cooper's hawk obviously driving it away a bit. A lot of displaying with the red-tailed hawk as well. There's been 3 birds in the air, which is amazing. Ravens as well going over. It's been really good. I'm so chuffed, you know, it's just been a great day. So it's real cold now though, can't feel my face much, my nose isn't really working, so I'm going to head home now for a nice cup of tea. But getting nicely serenaded with some starlings in the background there, which is absolutely fantastic. But I've got about 20-25 minute walk back home now, but leave the camera out as well, see if I can get anything on the way back. But from me guys, and from my local park, thanks very much indeed for coming along with me again today for another Canadian wildlife photography video. You know, I'm absolutely loving it. It's superb, you know, and it's great to spend some time locally without having to drive anywhere and get stuck in traffic and stuff. So it's been really chilled out and really nice day. But from me, thanks very much indeed for watching, and I'll see you next time.